Hey guys, Jaden here. Hey guys, Jaden there. Alright. Hey guys, Jaden here. Hey, come on. Hey guys, Jaden here. Hey guys, Jaden here. Gotta get my pump in. Gotta look good for the camera. Hey guys, Jaden. Hey guys, Jaden here. All right. Hey guys, Jaden here, and today
Shut up!
What's going on, everybody? Tommy over here. Welcome back to the channel and really part 2 of the series where we're doing the community project build. Now, if you're not familiar, the whole point of the community build is basically to build you guys your ideal project where you guys not only get to follow every step of the way during the design process, but also make and vote on every single decision. So last week I asked you guys to drop it down in the comments what ideas and use cases you might have that we can do for this project. Now, first thing I did was create a spreadsheet so that I could inventory all the ideas and that I could take, my first pass at it, which really serves 2 purposes. A, is to get rid of the duplicates, and B, is to get rid of the ideas that we obviously wouldn't do, like fixed swing, right? Like our focus here is multi-rotor, so fixed swing probably doesn't make sense. So when I first came up with this idea, in my head, I originally thought maybe we would identify like the high-level use case scenario, and then each subsequent vote we'd start narrowing down the requirements. And while some of you did that, a lot more of you actually straight up just fully defined the entire project from like A to Z, which is okay because the sooner that we can define some of these requirements up front, the faster that we can get into the R&D process. However, what I started struggling with though is how could we vote on this in a nice and organized kind of way? Because arguably it would be difficult to have to vote for everybody's very specific configuration. So instead, what I did was look at each of these submissions and ideas, and I boiled it down to 4 key decision points. So the first thing is use case. Now, when I talk about use case, let me give you an example. If somebody said a mountain surfer, or if somebody said something long range, or somebody said that something flies for a very long time, I categorize all of that under the efficiency bucket because that is arguably the most important characteristic for that type of build. Another option would be freestyle. So if somebody asked for a bando basher, or somebody asked for something to hit gaps, or something for like proximity flying, all of that falls under the freestyle category. Next is the power category. And really for that would be like just all out power to weight ratio. Maybe you want to go out and race. In this case, we're targeting power. Next, we have the cinematic bucket, which is pretty straightforward. Your whole goal for using this drone is to make cinematic content or content creation. And then last but not least, a category that I call novelty, which is just really kind of the off-the-wall, something not very standard like a Y6, a Hex, a V-tail, a VTOL, shoot, even a drone to play laser tag with. So the next decision point that we need to make is the form factor. And the way we're breaking this down is loosely based on prop size. So tiny form factor is going to be 2 inches or less. Micro is going to be from 2 to maybe 3.5 inch. Standard is going to be 4, 5, and 6 inch, while macro is going to be 7+ inches. Now, mind you, we're not actually deciding the actual prop size on this specific boat. We're just trying to figure out generally how big or small this drone is going to be. All right, so the next decision point that we need to figure out is the payload and what that payload is going to be. Because what we want to do is optimize the design for the very specific payload. Or maybe there is no payload. And what I'm talking about here is like HD cam. Maybe it's a GoPro, maybe it's a Go 2, maybe it's nothing at all. Because maybe you're just a hardcore flying purist that wants to have the longest flight time possible, which means saving every little gram is going to be key. I don't want to toss this. All right, so the last thing that we need to vote upon is features. What is going to make this drone special? Now, some of you have some pretty interesting suggestions. Some of you have suggested that this is plug and play and modular in that sense. Or maybe some of you, it's important to have the GoPro and the FPV camera have matching angles. Either way, check off all of the design features that you want to see in this drone, but take it with a grain of salt. Because as we go through this development process, we might find that some of these features just don't lend itself well to the overall design, at which point we'll dial it back and regroup and try and figure it out. But either way, figuring these things out up front will help us figure out the direction that we need to go. All right, folks, the time has come. It's time for you guys to vote. Check out the video description. There's a link down there. that'll open up a Google Forms document that'll take you to all of the decision points that we just discussed. So let me give you guys an example so that you know how to fill this out. Let's say you want a smaller mountain surfer that you can take with you and fits really easily into your backpack. Well, the first thing that you'll do is choose efficiency under the use case. For form factor, you might choose micro or standard. You might choose no payload because you want this to fly for the longest time and you have absolutely no intention of uploading your videos to social media. And then for design features, you might check off ultra light and maybe even folding because you want that ultimate in portability. All right, so there you have it. Hopefully that makes sense. At the end of the day, you're basically configuring the drone that you guys want. And on the next video, we'll show you the high-level designs that we come up with based on the winning votes. So, click on that link, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Tommy here. Wait.
Shut up! Such as like, you know, making a fixed wing. Well, we don't do fixed wings over here. Not that there's anything wrong with fixed wings, but hopefully that makes sense. No. Yes. No. Yes. All right, so there you have it. We're gonna do that again.